What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hensey, joined tonight by the man, Brandon Kramer. How we doing tonight, Brandon?
Doing great. How about you?
Can't complain, as usual. Listen, Yankees are coming off a nice victory, 3 out of 4 now. Love to see that. But there is one guy in the lineup who's kind of been shaky, to say the least, and that's Clint Frazier. But before we do get into Clint Frazier here, everyone be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're going live before and after every Yankees game this season. You guys know the deal. Live streams are a blast. Hope you guys tune in. But yeah, Clint Frazier, bro, came into this season, and I think all of us were kind of like, if Clinton Frazier's on his A game, as we're predicting, he's a potential MVP candidate, right? All-star left fielder, 35 plus home runs, just unreal stats we were expecting from him. And we saw that from him to begin the season. We didn't see the power, but he was getting solid hits. I would say for the first 4-5 games of the season, maybe. But then after that, complete flip-flop. Since then, he's kind of just seemed lost at the plate in every sense of the word. And he's looking at pitches right down the middle. He's still putting up solid at-bats sometimes and just leading to walks, but we're not seeing that good contact and just base hits and doubles and that power. We did see a little bit of power from him on Friday night when he just missed the home run to center field. So I guess he's trending in the right direction. But right now, like, what do you think Clint Frazier's struggles are from?
Mental. I think at this point it's mental. Because I think when it comes to him not hitting fastballs down the middle and just taking them, that's just him overthinking. I think he's just thinking too ahead. And because Clint Frazier, he has the bat speed to just react.
Yeah.
And I think with him is when he's confident, he's not thinking. And you also can see it kind of translating to his fielding. He's missing a lot of, I think past 3 games, he's missed the cutoff man at least once. It really just comes down to, like, I honestly thought against the Braves that blue pit would get him going, because we've seen it happen with everyone. Like Didi got a blue pit one time and that got him going. But after that, he still looks kind of lost. You just got to hope that today's day, or yesterday for Friday, when he hit that ball, maybe that's the start of something. But, like, he's just got to stop taking these fastballs down the middle. He needs to be aggressive.
It's so frustrating because it's like, Clint, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Clint Frazier has always been a guy in his career that's been pretty aggressive at the plate.
Always.
Right? And it's so weird to see him now. He's just so passive. And looking at pitches that, how many times do we say throughout an at-bat, be like, well, that was the one. That was the one he should have crushed like 450 feet. And it just seems like he's just watching them go by. Now, I'm trying to understand, like, where the mental struggles come from, because that's just what we're assuming, right? It's got to be a head thing at this point, because it's not like the talent isn't there. We know the talent's there with Clint Frazier. So it just seems like something's not clicking right. Do we think it could be a timing issue?
Timing issue. I also think it's just him trying to overthink too much. When he's taking the fastball, like, oh, they're not going to throw me a fastball. Because you see a lot of pitchers throw him breaking stuff, first pitch breaking stuff. So I think when he expects, oh, they're going to keep throwing me that, he then gets a fastball. Yeah. He should just really just, like, reset his brain. Like, honestly, maybe talk to, like, DJ or, like, those. He probably has, but like a veteran hitter that has gone through those struggles. Like, hey, how can you reset yourself? Like, he should really think of it like this. Like, every day is a new day. Like, with him, you want to build off of at bats, but just honestly, go out there and just like, we've seen the bat speed. He's taken a Nathan Eovaldi 99-mile-an-hour cutter, like, down the line. Like, bat speed's not an issue. I think it's just him trying to do too. I think he's trying to be perfect. And he needs to be Clint Frazier.
Do we think that any part of that, maybe trying to be perfect, which is obviously an assumption, right? Do we think any part of that comes from him maybe realizing that, like, wow, if I don't play up to standards, I'm going to be replaced with the snap of a finger? Because we saw that in the beginning of the season when he struggled for maybe 3 or 4 games and looked really lost at the plate. He was benched for 2 games. So do we think after that it's kind of in his head where I need to do too much and kind of just show out, or else I'm going to get benched again?
I mean,
Could
I always
that
think
be a part of it?
I think it's always in the back of his head, because nothing's given in this league. He needs to continue to perform. And if he keeps performing as bad as he's been, and it's not like he's maybe hitting a couple balls hard and they're just getting caught. He looks lost, and it's really bad. And that's the thing with him, is, like, he needs to know that, yes, he is our starting left fielder, but it's not like he's replaceable. Like, if he's not performing well and you're getting better at bats from Mike Topman, then you're going to get that. He needs to perform. And I know he's streaky, but, like, we've seen him struggle. We've not seen him struggle this much.
Yeah. And I think the key here is that it's not like the Yankees don't have anyone to replace him with, right? We know that they have Brett Gardner on the bench, Mike Tauchman on the bench, 2 guys that we know that the Yankees aren't afraid to throw them into left field and kind of send Clint Frazier a message, because they've done it numerous times so far this season. But let me ask you a question, because we're talking about maybe where Clint's struggles are coming from, and obviously we don't know the sole root of it. We can only assume. But I know you mentioned it might be a timing thing, could be something in his head. He's just not comfortable at the plate, because it definitely looks like he's not comfortable up there right now. But what do you think the solution is at this point? Do you think he just needs to play through it? Do you think he needs to sit? Like, what do you think?
He just needs to find a way to reset his brain and to stop overthinking. Like, I ain't no hitting coach. That's Marcus Timms' job, but he's always not doing his job. But the talent's there. He's like just missing these pitches. He just needs to go up with a different approach. Try things out. Like Pete Rose said this in a Fox Sports broadcast once. He never changed his swing when he was struggling. He either choked up on the bat or choked down. Stepped up in the box, back in the box. Crowded the plate, stepped away from the plate. Something, a small change could be the biggest difference. And Pete Rose ain't like just some normal hitter. He has the hit record without steroids. So
no, yeah, and I think like just getting himself more comfortable at the plate. Now, like you mentioned, like what Pete Rose said, for example, if Clint might be more comfortable like moving up in the box or moving back in the box, just try something at this point to increase that that presence in the box. Because right now it seems like Clint Frazier is just up there and all he is a silhouette. Pitchers know that they could throw a hanging curveball right down the middle, and he's likely not even going to swing at that. So it's very confusing. But I think if I'm looking forward to the rest of Clint Frazier's season, I think that if he doesn't turn it around by like May 1st, then I might be seriously concerned about him moving forward. But right now, I'm going to say I'll give him another week or so. And if he still looks completely lost at the plate, then I'll be a little bit worried, because we have seen signs of him trending in the right direction. So if he starts to trend downwards again, it's going to be a little bit concerning. But do we think Clint's still going to end up having a solid year? Because personally, I think we could still see like 25 plus home runs.
Yeah, I think we can definitely see a solid season from him, but he just needs to turn it around fast.
Do you think all right, I said May 1st, let's say by June 1st, the dude is still batting like under 200, not really showing the power either.
Then you can.
Do you think the Yankees send him down?
Yeah, 100%.
Does he have any options? He might.
I think
he might. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's an interesting scenario that the Yankees are going to have to deal with if Clint doesn't improve. But we love Clint. I really hope he does, because we know the talent's there. We know what he's capable of when he's comfortable in the box. So I think it's only a matter of time until we do see it come out of him. But that is going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully Clint gets better. I mean, bro, I love Clint, but we'll see. Everyone, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Like I always say, we're going live before and after every Yankees game this season, Brandon. The post games are a blast. Pre-games are a blast as well, so stay tuned for those. You guys know the drill. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Peace.